Hi everyone, welcome to the channel, or welcome back if you're a returning watcher. I'm George, I'm the Good Lad Gamer, and today we're pulling Sacred Shards, as we do nearly every week. We're pulling Sacred Shards for Lysanthir Beastbane. We did a shard pull video for him last week, and this week is the follow-up because most fusions or fragments have 2 shard events for each one. And today it's not a summer rush or a champion chase, it's disguised as a hero's path, the path of spring, which you can see behind me right now. And we do have an opportunity to get 100 shards, I think, out of this event, but I'm only going to go for 50 shards. It adds up to being about 11 sacreds per account. I don't have 11 sacreds per account. I've got 10 on one account, and however many I've got on this account, 10 on this account. So I'm not going to be able to pull 11. I'm going to pull 7 on each of my accounts, and then I'm going to make up the rest with gear from doing Spider Hard 10. So that's the plan for today, and let's get into pulling some shards. And before I get into pulling the shards, guys, I just want to say, if you enjoy my content and want to see more of it, please like the video and subscribe to my channel. Subscribing makes a huge amount of difference to me. I've currently got about 290 subscribers, and the big milestone that I'm looking for is 300 subscribers. With 300 subscribers, I know that I'm making content that people actually enjoy and want to see more of. So like the video, subscribe to the channel. Let's get into pulling these shards once again. Right, team, I did a whole segment there and pulled one of my sacred shards without realising that my microphone wasn't connected, so that's great. I did only pull an epic, but that is going to be 6 shards on this account and 7 on the other account now that you guys are going to see. It was an epic, it wasn't good, don't worry about it. But what I was saying in my sort of half intro, I've had some terrible luck recently. It's been awful. I thought everything was going my way, and then in the last couple of weeks, it's just the game has really just really got me down. But I'm happy. I'm going for it. I'm letting the universe do its thing. I'm going with the flow, and hopefully the game gives me exactly what I want in the long run. All I want is some legendaries. You know, all I want is some of the big cool things. And the game just isn't giving it to me. So I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep going with the universe, and hopefully it gives me what I want. I wouldn't mind just a little sign every now and again, a little thing just to let me know that I'm doing the right thing and that this going with the flow with the game is the right thing to do. All I want is some legendaries. So let's get into pulling 6 sacred shards on this account. 6 now, because the epic was a write-off. Don't worry about that. So Sacred Shard number 1 of 6. Sacred Shard number 1 of 6. And it's another epic, so that's great. It's a good one. Marksman, he's a great guy. What am I going to do with this game, eh? Just the most terrible luck. I even had someone comment on my last video saying how bad my luck has been recently. I don't know what's going on. I'm trying my hardest, you know. We got an Oathbound. Moving on, though, Oathbound. Come on. What are we doing? Another epic. A Scaramus. Moving on from Scaramus. I think there's 3 more sacreds to go. Let's go. Crimson Helm. Honestly. Oh, there we go. A little bit. And who is that? Crackling the Blackened. Wowza. What a skin. What a champion there. Let me go over Crackling's kit. I'll be right back with you guys, and I'll go through their kit with you. Okay, Crackling the Blackened. The kit is a bit wordy. I'm terrible at reading out loud. If you guys have watched any of my other videos, you'll know I'm terrible at reading out loud. But I do give it a good go for you guys, just so you can understand their kit a bit better. It's always nice when someone reads out the kit rather than hearing it, because I just think it goes in better. It does for me anyway. So, on Crackling's A1, attacks 1 enemy 2 times. Each hit has an 80% chance of placing 100% heal reduction debuff for 2 turns. Teams up with 1 random ally from the Orgrin Tribes faction. The ally joining the attack will use their default skill. So, good for finite. Good for finite. Heal reduction and an extra hit or 3 or 2 or 3 or whatever it is with the ally attack. So gets the finite shield down. That's pretty nice. Pretty good one. And then on Crackling, that'll be why it's Crackling the Blackened, because Crackling goes up against the Fire Knight. Makes so much more sense. And then on Crackling's A2, attacks all enemies, has a 75% chance of placing a 50% decrease accuracy debuff and a 25% weaken debuff for 2 turns. Increases the duration of all continuous heal buffs on all allies for 1 turn. just a general support skill. I don't really know what else to say about that one. And then restores on Cracklin's A3, restores 50% of each ally's destroyed max HP. Again, good for Fire Knight. Places a 30% reflect damage buff. Again, good for Fire Knight. And a 15% continuous heal debuff on all allies for 2 turns. And then on Cracklin's passive, whenever a continuous heal buff is activated on an ally, it has a 25% chance of decreasing the duration of all debuffs on that ally by 1 turn. So an out-and-out Fire Knight champion, I would say. Not really much else to say on that. Very niche, very specific for a dungeon, I think. But there's other champions that are like that. So what can I say? Welcome to the gang, Cracklin. Welcome to the gang. Anyway, last Sacred Shard. Come on the Galek account. Last Sacred Shard. And it's another legendary. Oh, yeah. Basilius Roanus, which is a great name in my opinion. Basilius, I will just do a little pause for you guys. Basilius is a pretty boring champion, but give me 2 seconds. So Basilius, he's old school, right? I think he's been in the game since launch. Maybe I didn't play it at launch, but he's been around since I started playing the game, and that was about 3 years ago now, maybe 4 years ago. So on Basilius' A1, attacks 1 enemy, has an 80%, 100 when booked, chance of stealing 1 random buff from the target, has an 100% when booked, chance of placing a block buffs debuff for 1 turn if the target has no active buffs. So again, you can probably see from this skill, it's pretty outscaled at this point. 1 random buff and a block buffs on 1 enemy. It's outscaled at this point in the game. There's champions that do that. There's epics that do that. So whatever. But this is the move that Basilius is known for. So on his A2, attacks 1 enemy 3 times, will ignore increased defense buffs, shield buffs, and block damage buffs, as well as 50% of the target's defense. So he can nuke down 1 target. But Stone Skin, if it's an arena, Stone Skin, it doesn't bypass Stone Skin. So that's pretty useless at this point. And then on his A3, when ascended, attacks all enemies, has a 75% chance of placing a stun debuff for 1 turn. Decreases each target's turn meter by 50% if the stun buff is not placed. So that's Basilius. A great name, but in my opinion, not a very good champion. And I think that is all the Sacred Shards on this account. What I'll do, guys, I'll move over to the Kale account and we'll do exactly the same over there. So we're on the Kale account. And I guess I have got 15 Sacreds on this account, but I'm a bit too scared to pull the full 11. I don't want to be left with not enough Sacred Shards for the next Fusion or Fragment event. So I am just going to pull the 7 on here. But hopefully we get just as many legendaries as we did on the other account. 2 legendaries, 4 legendaries in 1 video. That'll be pretty good. But let's get into it, I guess. I didn't mention we've got a progressive chance for this guy. I can't remember his name. Vizug the Noxious. We got a progressive chance on this guy, as you can see. Unless I get a crazy amount of legendaries, I don't think it's going to happen. But maybe my luck's looking up. I did just get 2 legendaries. That's pretty nice. But let's go. Sacred Shard number 1. Come on, game. An epic straight out the bat. Of course it is. A Signy. We had Signy in the last Sacred Shard, and what a champion. Anyway, moving on. Not interested in epics, no matter how cool they look. Not interested in epics. We've got a Lysanthir, another epic. Come on, game. Let's get 4 legendaries in 1 video game. Let's prove and show me. Please show me that my luck has changed. Endalia, another epic. 4 legendaries. Pretty cool. Pretty nice. Elfrig. These epics. These. It's rough. It's rough being me at the moment. It's not a good one. We got Drake. No, thank you. A legendary. Oh. Fenax. How many have I done? I don't even know how many I've done. Is this the last one? Oh, yeah. Sissia. Flame Tongue. I've actually got this champion. I've never known how to pronounce her name. I've got her on both of my accounts. So this is a dupe. That's pretty cool. Let me go through Sissia's kit like I do with every legendary. And I'll be right back and we'll go through her kit together, guys. Okay, Sissia. Sissia? Someone let me know in the comments how to say her name, because she's a pretty good champion, and for me not to know how to say her name feels a bit embarrassing. So let me know in the comments how to say it. So on her, A1 attacks one enemy 3 times. Each hit has a 15% chance of increasing the duration of a HP burn on the target by 1 turn. On her A2, attacks all enemies, has an 80% chance of placing a weaken debuff for 2 turns, also has an 80% chance of placing a decreased defense for 2 turns if there are at least 2 enemies under HP burn. Then instantly activates HP burn debuffs on each target and decreases the duration of those HP burns by 1 turn. So as you can imagine, she's really good for any encounters that require HP burn, like Spider. And then on her A3, places a HP burn debuff on this champion for 3 turns, then attacks all enemies. Has a 75% chance of placing a HP burn debuff on all enemies for 3 turns. Grants an extra turn if the HP burn debuff is placed on all enemies. So if you go up against a magic spider, then when booked, that's a 100% chance of placing unless you get a random weak hit, which I don't know if you can get a weak hit on an affinity, on magic affinity. I actually don't know that. Again, let me know in the comments if you can get a weak hit at all, even if there's a really low chance on the weak affinity to that champion. I actually don't know that. And then on her passive, increases all champion speed by 3 and damage inflicted by 3% for each ally and enemy under HP burn debuff. If Cardiel is on the team, all allies will heal by 3% of their max HP from HP burn debuffs instead of receiving damage and losing HP. And then her aura increases ally accuracy in all battles by 60. So she's a great champion, really good for Spider, really good for any encounters that need HP burn. Obviously, I mean, look at her, look at that design. You can tell she burns things. Is literally her whole thing. So pretty good champion. I've already got her. She is a dupe for me, so that's pretty nice. And is that the last sacred? That was the last sacred. We got a legendary of the last sacred. I'll take that. 3 legendaries out of, I mean, technically 14 sacreds, but you guys only saw 13 sacreds. So that's pretty nice. That's pretty good. What I'll do, I'll go and show you the hero's path, even though it won't be complete for exactly what I need it for, because I do need to pull some gear. But we can essentially move down to here, get the keys down here at the bottom for 1,000 points, and then we can work our way on the outside line to get the 50 fragments on either, or the 25 fragments on either side for 50. Then we also have the classic arena takedown and gear enhancement event that will then take me up to the last fragments I need for the fusion. So I can't remember his name already. What's going on? Lysanthir Beastbane. That will be Lysanthir Beastbane in the bag, and I'll be pretty happy with that. That'll be 4 legendaries in total out of this fragment fusion, because I did pull the shards on the side. So pretty good going, if I don't say so myself. So that's it from me today, guys. I would say some of my luck might have returned today after my bit of a rant at the start of the video. Maybe luck's going my way. That would be really nice. That would be really cool. So we did get 3 legendaries in this video, guys. Hopefully you guys got just as many sort of lucky pulls as I did, even if they're epics that you might really need for your accounts. Please do let me know in the comments if you got any legendaries or epics or any game-changing champions needed for your account. Hopefully I can give you some advice on where they might be able to be used, and maybe just give you some congratulations. It's always a nice feeling when you get a champion that you need. It's always nice to get legendaries from these sorts of shard pulls. And as I said at the start, guys, if you enjoy my content and want to see more of it, like the video and subscribe to my channel. Hopefully I can get to that 300 subscriber point, and I'll know that I'm making videos that people actually enjoy and want to see more of. So like the video, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time.